you guys, I just wanted to come in and share a few videos that I have been doing to help strengthen my pelvic floor since my hysterectomy. Of course, I am walking. I am back up to 3 miles. However, I am almost 3 months post-surgery. The first one I started at around 2 or 3 weeks after surgery, and it was just basically using my stomach muscles to extend or distend the abdomen and retract the abdomen. And I was doing it intentionally, not just taking regular breaths, because a lot of times when we breathe, we are breathing from our lung area and our chest is going up and down. So I was very intentional about really using my belly muscles to extend the belly and contract the belly to help with those muscles to be able to come back together after surgery. And keep in mind, doing these particular exercises, you want to make sure that you're able and are cleared by your doctor before you get started. So I did about 10 of these particular exercises, and I would do them like maybe once or twice a day. The second exercise was the Kegels. Just really making sure I use those muscles in that pelvic floor area to squeeze and release. And I would squeeze and hold 2, 3, 4, and then I would release 2, 3, 4. And I would really try to make sure I would focus at the bottom part of my pelvic area and not necessarily the vaginal canal. So it would be more of in the anus area that I would really squeeze and contract. The next exercise was the pelvic tilt. And I had a hard time doing these because I wanted to keep arching my back. And the goal is to really get the pelvis to move back and forth and not necessarily arching your back. You want to just move that pelvis bone up and back, not arching the back too far up off of the ground, but it's just to create some flexibility in the pelvic floor area. I would practice these about 4 or 5 weeks after surgery. Here's another exercise, and this one would feel good really shortly after surgery. I would do these about maybe 2 weeks after surgery. It just took the pressure off of my back, and it would help me relax and contract those stomach muscles to help get that core strengthened. So I would just basically blow all the air out, bring my belly in, take all the air in, and extend my belly out. So I was using my belly to really do my breathing instead of using my lung and chest area. Here's another really good one for the pelvic floor. I'm doing these right now. Like I said, I'm about 3 months out. So I've been doing this since about 8 weeks post-surgery. And instead of me doing a full squat or a full dip, I'm just extending or making the muscles in my gluteus maximus area stretch out, and then I'll clench them back in. This is another exercise that really helps with the pelvic floor. As I am coming up, I am squeezing my butt muscles, and I am also clenching, doing a Kegel. This is another way to do those. If you don't have good knees, you can stand up and do them. So you're not doing a full squat, you're just extending the gluteus maximus muscle, getting a good spread, and then you're bringing it in for a nice squeeze to contract that muscle. But you're really almost doing a miniature squat and a pelvic tilt all at the same time to strengthen the pelvic floor. This exercise I'm doing at least 6 to 8 weeks post-op, and even still doing them now, being almost 3 months post-op. This was another good exercise just to kind of get the midsection stretched and to get my obliques from being so tight. I say you want to do this when you feel comfortable with twisting. You may want to wait a little later to do this one because I know that center incision, mine wasn't really healed as much as I would like to at my four-week appointment. So I would tread lightly with these. But I exercised did a lot of stretching prior to surgery. And so I felt I could tackle these and not feel like I was going to injure myself. So you start out with the legs closed, and then I would do one leg at a time and just twist and elongate my side muscles, as well as rotate my pelvis, getting some circulation to that area. The next exercise we would do would be the lifting of the legs. So what I'm doing is really just contracting my pelvic floor area or my pelvic muscle to lift my legs up and down. And as I got stronger with that, I would do them a little bit more rapidly. Not marching, boom, 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 but just not allowing my foot to stay on the ground too long before I would lift the next one up. And I'm really focusing on engaging the lower abdomen muscles just to try to build that up. The next exercise would be a bridge. So I'm raising the buttocks off the floor and I am squeezing in my buttocks and rectum area. And again, this is another variation of what feels like a little bit of a pelvic tilt, where I'm thrusting forward and clenching the buttocks muscles to strengthen the pelvic floor area and to give my pelvic region a little bit more blood circulation. Each exercise, I would do about 10 of them and then work my way up as I felt stronger. Again, before doing any exercise, you want to make sure you have full clearance from your doctor. Thanks for watching.